Alright, so this is my anime maker. This is the demo version because I'm still working on it. I want to add a whole bunch of other features like anime character maker feature to it, the ability to create anime characters. In case you're not that artistic, you can't create anime characters. I'll give you the ability to do it in this app. But this app originally, the idea was to create a anime app that lets me create my own anime characters, so that I can make my own animes. But then I just was like, well, if I could just take images and then make them talk, that'd be good enough at that time when I came up with the idea. This app is probably from like 2011, so it's 3 years that I'm making, right? It's still not even done because I just got back to working on it, and I figured out how to solve one of the problems I was having, because I was having problems with the lip flap, the ability to make characters talk. So let me double check what the mouse is at. Alright, so let me reposition it. I might just use the background image. I can make that a little bigger, move it in. Obviously you want to use this on an image. You want to edit out the image, edit out the mouth, the original mouth from the image of the animated character, and then you use the lip flap mouth to replace it. And then you can resize it, make it bigger or small, resize it to the size you want. The mouth, you can move it anywhere you want. Sometimes sometimes the mouth disappears. It's just something wrong with the coding. I found the code obviously years ago, and I just use it for a couple things, and I don't fully understand the whole entire code, like why it messes up. I just know that it does from time to time mess up, so you just close out the app and reopen it. So that's about it. That's how you fix that little bug. So it's a bug that I don't know how to fix at the current moment. So it's not too big of a deal. It's not too inconvenient. You just close the app, open it, and, just do what you're doing. Then you got the ability to talk. Of course, when you talk, you click the open mouth button, and that will open her mouth. The app is set to automatically close her mouth when you don't click the button. You click the button, it opens, and then the app automatically closes it back. So then you got the ability to talk and say whatever you want, and she will follow your every command. And I can have her yell, "Ah!" Yeah. So you get the idea. So that's how you can add the ability to control the character's mouth, where you can make it where they can talk, and then you use a screen recorder. Like right now I'm using a screen recorder to record this video, and you use a screen recorder to record what you're doing. Now obviously this is just the background of the app, so I'm gonna bring out a character just to show some extra features. So you drag and drop the scene. Like let's say you want to make your own abridged version of a scene of an anime, like Dragon Ball Z or something, and you get some screenshots of the anime. That's the thing, is you take screenshots, and then these images you're turning them into videos. That's the whole thing, because you're using a screen recorder to record the scene. So then you drag and drop the image. You can see this is a PNG. So let's say you took out the background. So you took a screenshot of a character from let's say a Dragon Ball Z character from an anime, right? From a video, and then you cut out the background because you want to put this character somewhere else. Let's say you want to put this character into an actual video of, let's say you were in the video and you want to put the character in the video with you. So then you cut the character out, and then down here you see there's green screen. You click the little check button, and you see instantly there's a green screen. So now the background is green, and this you'll be able to chroma key it in your video editor, if you have like Camtasia and whatnot, or After Effects, or any Sony Vegas, or any program of that nature that does that stuff. Like I have Sony Vegas, so I would use this green screen thing in Sony Vegas. So I would record this and then put in Sony Vegas, and you know, take the green out and put her wherever I want. But if you want to take that out, of course, you could just click the none check button, and there you go. There's no more background. But obviously we'll want the green screen mainly because she doesn't have a background, so we'll give her one. So now we have a background, and then you'll do the lip flap thing. So where is it at? Alright, so there's the mouth, and then just move it over. Did it disappear? Yep. So you see, like I said, it just, you know, it has a tendency of disappearing. But that's okay, you know, you're already seen the lip flap thing in action. But you know, like I said, you'll record the screen. Camtasia, if you're using Camtasia, for example, their screen record, they have a built-in screen recorder, and it's adjustable, so you can adjust it within the parameters of this image, so that way you're not recording the whole entire scene. You know, you just want her and the green screen. That's it. You just want to record what's in the box. Record just that, because you don't want people, you know, seeing you clicking this and doing the flaps and stuff. Obviously, all of this you don't want in your video. You just want what's in the scene. So, blam blam. You know, you can make her talk and whatnot in the scene. I want to add in the later version, which is going to be the paid version, by the way. It's only $1. I'm gonna add a feature, because that's what I want to add, is the ability for you, you know, use a microphone. Like I'm using a microphone right now to record this video. So use a microphone, and the character will talk when you talk. You know what I mean? So I want to add that feature to it. I know there's like some stuff out there you probably can use. There's probably tutorials on how to do lip flaps and whatnot. You know, with certain softwares like Camtasia or something. You know, if you're down to do that, that's all gravy. But not everybody, you know, has the time for that, or you know, the creativity for that. Because basically all that is just you're taking videos. Mostly you're taking videos, and then you're slicing them and dicing them to make the character speak the way you want. Where this, you just take an image of the scene that they're going to be talking in. You just take a snapshot of that scene and then animate the text, animate the talking. Hopefully, eventually, you know, when I improve upon this over time, make it better and better, I'll be able to add different features where you can, you know, animate other stuff. You can, you know, animate the eyes and whatnot. So that'd be kind of cool. So you can make the character blink while they're talking, so that way they're just not talking with their eyes open the whole entire time. So obviously, you know, if they're a human character, obviously they need a blink, so the ability to make them blink from time to time comes in handy. Eventually, if I can, especially with enough time, I might be able to create a feature where you can actually have the scene, like have video, like you can actually do lip flaps with live video. So you'll take the video clip of your character moving and stuff like that, but without a mouth, and then you add the mouth in the app. So that'd be kind of cool to add that later on, where you can add the mouth into it, and then you can control the lip flapping while the character is happening. You know what I mean? One way I can make, like right now with this app in the current version, is in the way you can do her, for example, blinking, maybe even moving while you do the lip flap, is if you use a GIF image. I have to double check that because I haven't tested it out. I just thought of it right now, actually, that I could use a GIF image. So the GIF image will actually be moving. So this could actually, she could actually be blinking right now, and then all I have to do is just put my little lip over her and then make her talk while she blinks. So I could actually do that. Just because it's a GIF image and it's already animated, already moving, it's already doing something, and then I'm just controlling the mouth so I can do the voiceover. Let's see. Like I said, there's not much anything else. Originally I was making a green screen like a separate area and whatnot, but I'm gonna take that out and put something more useful, just because I was able to add the green screen into this part. Because the idea was, you go to the green screen spot, it's supposed to have pretty much all of this in that same area, so it wouldn't have been that different. So it's like, well, actually, I don't need all of that. I just need the image to be a PNG, like to have transparency. The back that have no background is transparent. Add that, boom, just click a button, and there, green screen. So it's like, it just makes simpler. That way, I don't take up too much space. Instead of having a whole tab, making a whole entire thing, and doing a whole bunch of coding here to add green screen capabilities, it's like I could just figure out a way to add it to this, and it was simpler than I thought it was going to be. That was going to be a lot more complicated, but it turned out pretty easy to do this. So it's like, bang, there you go, green screen, no green screen, green screen, no green screen, green screen. So it's like, there you go. It's just simple, and that's the thing, is simplicity. You know, I make these apps to make things simple, to make stuff that people are already doing, and they probably take a couple hours to do. I make it simpler where it takes you minutes to do. It's like, you know, you grab an image, you drag and drop, and you do some editing, boom, save it, boom, you're done. When, you know, in other methods, you have to start from scratch or something, or you take an image and then you take, you know, maybe an hour or two to edit the image in a certain way to get a certain effect. And it's like, that's a lot of time spent to do something, especially when you can have an app like the apps I create that make things simpler, that makes it immediate. And sometimes not everybody has access to the same stuff. Like this, what I'm doing probably can be done in Sony Vegas, for example. Like all this that I'm talking about can be done in Sony Vegas. So why have this when you can have Sony Vegas? Well, not everybody can afford Sony Vegas. That's another way of looking at it. It's like, not everybody can afford Sony Vegas. So this app, when it's fully done, will be worth only $1. Like, that's all I'm gonna sell it for. Right now you get the demo, so right now you can play with this version that I'm gonna release, and let you guys play with this and do what you want. Even give feedback on a couple things you want. Maybe there's something that I missed, like maybe I'm not even thinking about it, that is important for an anime. Like maybe there's something y'all want. It's like, hey y'all, you need the ability to do this, and it's like, oh, okay, thanks for letting me know, because I didn't think of that. I'll put that into my list of things to do for this app, to add those abilities. But the ability to animate the mouth, so you can, you know, do your own voiceovers, that's needed for anime, for making animes or any type of animated video. The ability to create characters, because, you know, it's supposed to be an animated character. You're not using humans, you're using images. But here's an interesting thing, is you can also use this obviously to animate images of real people. You could take an image of a celebrity like Halle Berry or something, and then, you know, make her talk and do your own little Halle Berry video or something. It's up to you, however way you want to use this. But this was just so I can have something to create my own animes from it. The idea is that I want to create my own animated videos, and I needed something that can help me do that. There might be a couple of apps, programs out there that cost a little bit of money, of course, to get to do animes and whatnot, but then they require a lot more knowledge. Like, you gotta really learn how to use them to the fullest to get the fullness of the app or programs, whatever they created. And it's like, I like things to be a little bit simpler, because when I have an idea, the idea was simple, so the process of creating that idea should be equally as simple. It shouldn't be complicated. If I just want to change the hair color of an anime character, for example, or a picture, like let's say it's a picture of me and I want to change my hair color, it should be pretty simple. I should just be able to, you know, click on my hair or something and choose the color, and then bang, perfectly my hair changes color. It should be something that simple. It shouldn't be complicated where I have to do all these, you know, click all these different features, select this, select that, hue this, hue that, saturate this, saturate that. Like, I don't want to do 10, 12, 30 steps to do something as simple as changing, you know, my hair color or something like that. in an image. So you get the idea. It's to simplify stuff. Like this simplifies lip flapping. If it wasn't for it disappearing, I would demonstrate it again, but the freaking mouth disappeared, so I had to start the app all over again. But as you can see, I have, plans to improve upon this. I've been working on it. I had the idea of this for a long time, obviously, and I have tons of other apps that I'm also still working on that I haven't finished. I have an app. It's a keyboard app. No, it's a web browser with a built-in keyboard. So it's a keyboard web browser is what I call it, and it's a web browser with a keyboard. I originally would like it to be more of a plugin, like you install it into whatever you have. So if you have like Firefox or Chrome or even Internet Explorer, like I use, whatever you have, it'll install it and it'll be similar to like a toolbar, but instead of being on the top, it'll be at the bottom, and it'll push the web browser, up above the keyboard area, so that way you're not covering over the web browser. It's gonna bump it up a little bit, so that way it becomes part of the web browser frame itself. And then there you go. You have a keyboard on your web browser. Now you'd be wondering, it's like, well, I'm on a computer, I already have a keyboard, why would I need a web browser with a built-in keyboard? I don't know, it's a cool idea. And I can't. Many different reasons. There might be a reason, because I was actually in a situation where I spilled soda on one of my laptops, and the keyboard didn't work. So I had to use the virtual keyboard in order to do stuff online. And I needed to be able to log in and do all this stuff, so I had to use the on-screen keyboard. So the on-screen keyboard, was very useful, but it kind of got in the way because I had to move it around and stuff like that, and move it out my way when I was trying to click on something and then type, and it was just in the way. And it would have been nice if it was just in one spot. You know what I mean? If it was in one spot where I didn't have to choose between the keyboard or the web browser. So having the keyboard automatically in the web browser would have made things easier. So because of an incident that happened that inspired this idea of like, it'd be nice if my web browser automatically had a built-in keyboard. It'd also be cool, right, if every window, when you double click a folder or something like that, like let me open this, like let's say I open this folder and then there was a keyboard down here, and then you could click, and be able to type. You'd be able to click there and then just click and type up something instead of using the keyboard key. If your keyboard works, use your keyboard. But it's just a cool idea, and it came from the fact that something happened. Something was wrong with my keyboard, so I needed a keyboard, and I just wanted something a little bit more convenient. Another possibility for this is, in case you created something, let's say you have some type of, because I like to think like maybe like this will probably be used in some type of embedded system or something like that. So you might want this web browser in there instead of the web browser that comes in whatever operating system you're running. Because in case you actually don't have access to a keyboard, let's say you have a mouse, a tower, and a monitor, and you actually don't have access to a keyboard. So let's say you do use the built-in on-screen keyboard capabilities, but you don't want it in your way when you're web browsing, so then you can just open up my app, which is a web browser with a built-in keyboard right off the bat, and then there you go. So it's kind of like makes it where you don't need a keyboard per se, because everything's in there. But some people, they're good with typing and they use all 10 of their fingers, so they prefer a keyboard as opposed to the whole mouse clicking thing where you're clicking one letter at a time. But, to each their own, right? But anyway, this is about this thing. Enjoy this. Obviously I have tons more other apps coming out that I'm still working on. Hopefully this I can make this app better and better over time. But for right now, I'll give you guys this so you guys can start making stuff now. Instead of waiting, like, let's say this takes me 10 months to get it to a really cool version of this, you know, within those 10 months, y'all could have been making your own videos and stuff within those 10 months, you know, or 10 months from now, you might not even want to do, you know, your own little animated videos anymore, you know, so that would have sucked, right? When I finally come out with this, you already lost interest in making animated videos. So I'm giving you this now so that way you can start, you know, this is like a demo, like here's the beta version, play with it, you know, give me feedback, and then I'll improve it over time. I definitely would like to do the microphone thing, like by the end of the day or by the end of the week or month or something. Hopefully I can add that soon. I gotta watch some more tutorials. Alright.